Yeah, mine's saying that it's trying to load your video.
I see you running through Necro.
Alright, well, must be a me problem then. Hello and welcome to the Winter Fling here on twitch.tv/DDO stream. Thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget to give us a follow if you would like to be notified for when we're going live with shows just like this one. We do the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream every Wednesday at noon, and again at 1:30 is the Winter Fling. We have shows very many Thursdays and Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays as well. You can find that full schedule on twitch.tv/DDO stream. We are going to be bringing in a couple of new shows in the next couple of weeks. And we have room for your show. So if you would like to stream live on DDO Stream and you have general familiarity with XSplit and or Open Broadcaster, get in touch with me. You can do that by DMing me through Twitter at Jerry Snook. You can also PM me through the DDO forums. It's Cordovan is my name there. And we are on Argonesson for the Winter Fling. This is a static group where we have rules that include getting naked and making fun of each other when we die. We are currently getting ready to run in the Orchard of the Macabre, but first let me get some introductions out of the way. First up here is Bonnie Bew. How you doing, Bonnie?
I'm doing great, especially now that I've heard that there's going to be an epic bonus XP starting tomorrow, going through the weekend.
That's right, plus 20% Epic XP and double Commendations of Valor, kicking in probably...
Weekend
yeah.
plan.
Indeed. You were recently on Wayfinder, right?
Yes, it was weekend before last. I did raids on Wayfinder, and we did like 4 things, I think. We did, I know there was a Lord of Blades in there, and we did a Caught in the Web, and a Shroud, because reasons. And then afterwards, I think I ran over to Galanda and did a Shroud there too, because of peer pressure from the chat.
Nice.
So it was really cool.
Very cool. Very
Had
cool.
lots of fun. Mm-hmm.
All right, well, thanks. Also with us here is Samus Garobo. How you doing, Samus?
Good. Spring is finally here, it seems like.
Yep, we are actually starting to see snow melt. And let me just say, it's fun to drive on the roads right now.
Oh, yeah, I bet. It's probably good times.
Yeah.
Now, it's clear roads, clear skies. I actually went outside and worked with shorts on yesterday. So, there, how about that?
As opposed to just when you don't have any pants on?
Correct.
Yeah. That's what
Correct.
I thought, yeah.
Normally, I wear my bathrobe and not much else. But yesterday, I put on a pair of shorts.
Very good. Finally here with us is Vagabond. How you doing, Vagabond?
I'm doing well.
I appreciate you joining us. Lessa is out sick today, and Rentapone, I think, is just due to various reasons not going to be able to make the group. He just has other stuff he needs to take care of, so we're down by one. But we got a nice group here today, and we're going to run what Samus calls the easy Orchard of the Macabre quests. What are the easy ones?
Well, between my favorites when it comes to easiest is Fleshmakers or Vol. Those two are probably the easiest two.
Might as well start with Fleshmakers here, huh?
Fleshmaker! I always think about the Mentos commercials every time we go to the Fleshmaker.
I think that might be intentional.
Be like, yeah.
Flesh made better. Mentos fleshness.
Exactly.
You know, I remember a time back when they were just old people candies. They're kind of like Old Spice or whatever. They had like this big kind of rejuvenation in the marketplace.
Well, I mean, when you have a compelling campaign, it tends to do wonders, doesn't it?
Yeah, pretty cool. And don't get me wrong, I like them.
Samus, are you streaming?
I am not able to stream today. My internet is all wonky. So, in attempt to keep my wife working and me from just crashing, I'm not streaming today.
I was like doing up the multi-stream thingy, and I didn't see you running.
Yeah, and I went ahead and I tweeted that over on my tweet page. But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to stream on Friday, though. Lessa swears she'll be better. And hopefully the internet will not be screwing up.
Swears on the life of an owlbear, I hope.
Well, I don't think she's made that many promises. In fact, she says, I hope to be feeling better. I'm kind of surprised she's not in the chat, to be honest. But
Are we gonna do Elite?
is there another
Oh,
setting
yeah.
for these quests?
Totally. We're totally
Titan
doing
has a
Elite.
question about my admin powers. Can I change the weather in the game's atmosphere? Uh, I don't
That'd be cool if you
know.
could.
I don't know. I've never tried. There are certain things that I don't have the ability to do, just because, for various reasons like intelligence, we do gate who can do what. That way you can't accidentally screw anything up. And I may be in that position where I can't sort of change the time clock and all that. I bet I couldn't. But I don't actually know. I've never tried. I think the bigger question is, do you want me to have that ability? And I suspect the answer is no.
Oh yeah. What kind of horrible catastrophe could you have by changing the weather in game?
I don't know. Let's find out. That's kind of bugged out.
Hmm. My ability to kill flesh golems seems to be lessened today.
Yellow is good, right?
Less than
Well, I
optimal.
mean,
It's better than zeros that are yellow.
it's
The
true. It's better than all the
yellow
immunes
greater
that
than
I tend to
zero,
get.
and it's better than green.
May have to stop giving Jerry so much crap. He's actually killing this stuff. I don't see that happening for those in the chat or whatever. I will continue, but I may have to lessen the amount of shenanigans I give him.
Come on. I like the shenanigans.
I know, but like, I meant in private, not in the chat or while we're actually streaming.
Wait, did somebody leave an earth elemental here?
Sure. Probably Vagabond.
Oh yeah, probably so.
Let's see, and we don't. Oh no, Vagabond's a picker. You can't
might be
pick
able to
locks
pick that
though.
door.
No, he can't pick locks. That's the thing he can't do.
I've got some bells.
I can just run down there and back. It won't take a second.
Get the key. I can kill flesh golems.
Oh, excellent. Try to hit the U button and instead pull up the DDO store. Excellent.
Well done.
Definitely what I intended. As soon as we can make like the mind control interface, I'm gonna be the best DDO player of all time.
Oh
we're
my God.
Getting close. You know, it was like I was saying. I think on DDO Cast on Sunday, PAX East this year was all about the virtual reality. There was a lot of it around. It was really
Well,
interesting.
it's because there's just metric tons of movement in that front, and nobody has done anything in ages. And then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, we can do all sorts of stuff now that we figured out how to make screens work."
Yeah, I wonder if it's. I mean, it's been kind of a sci-fi fantasy for decades now. I wonder if it's actually, we could actually be on the cusp of virtual reality.
Yeah, it's getting there. I know that there's like a lot of really interesting things going on with like cell phones and whatnot. So
No.
time to get naked. Take it you found the trap, huh?
Yeah, there's a trap there.
Yeah.
It's the one that looks like big blades that are going to kill you.
One that's gonna make you a halfling.
Yeah. Give you a haircut, and I hope you like chest hair.
Anyone notice the banana behind him? Oh, yep. Jerry's got a giant banana behind him.
Oh, is this the banana from the anniversary day?
It is. It is. That thing is.
People like the banana.
They do. I think it's our new friend in the DDO
People are now
area
looking
here.
for banana.
And people are trying to give Legend shout outs and he's not paying attention. Wow, the
Oh, shout out to Legend. Oh yeah, like on Sarlona, Legend gave me a green mimic. I didn't have one otherwise. I only had pulled mundane. So View Legend. Because those malachite mimics are pretty sweet looking.
Yeah, they are. I do think one of the things we're going to maybe be looking to try to do is tone down the sound on them a little bit. They are a little bit loud, I think, in the channel.
Well, especially after the event's over, they are one of those things that can give you the PSTD or whatever, the post-traumatic PTSD. Because I hear the sound and I'm like freaking out that the chest is a mimic.
Post-traumatic squish disorder.
Yes. I don't know which epic mimics you were fighting, but they on the epic blade ones they were pretty kind of interesting. At least like in Lords of Dust, say, I think when I've got a mimic, it was harder than the end bosses.
Oh, I have
Really?
Blade Barrier now. Well, that's a different thing.
And I think that was mainly because I was in melee and I had to actually get close to do anything to the mimic, and then it would like slobber on me and like, you know, goop me and stuff.
That's interesting. Yeah, I mean...
And those are the two attacks that basically make them not the best.
Right, right.
Also, for the record, I had at least reports of, I think, 7 of the permadeath people tell me that they fell to the mimic.
Yeah, I mean, certainly, Lessa was talking about that. I have to admit I'm kind of surprised, but I suppose, maybe in context it would make more sense.
Now,
Yeah.
on heroic leveling, at bravery level, I didn't really have a problem with them. It was only the epic, and it was only when I was doing epic lead stuff that I had a problem. But it was interesting. Lower levels, it wasn't as much of a problem. They were pretty easy to take down in 1 or 2 swipes.
Alright, has everyone got their Death Ward?
Yeah.
Okay.
A large winged crystal hangs above the special operating table. The ground is scorched and sealed.
Don't forget about your chest.
Alright, so I will go over the little bridge if you guys want to go closest. Then I'll just meet you guys there with a whole bunch of crap.
South-ish, southeast-ish.
Above the room of life, you can clearly see the lightning conduits disappear into 2 passages.
Oh, good. That's what Daddy was looking for. Whoa ho! I have 2 champion flesh golems over here.
So I would think a champion flesh golem would be like someone who was a pro athlete in their past life.
Oh, it's possible.
Because they're a champion.
Like maybe
Yeah.
just the legs of a runner and the top of like a pole vaulter.
Yeah, there you go.
Be awesome to see like the bottom of the pole vaulter and the top of the runner. Like, and that would be the opposite of a champion. Holy crap! That was some ball lightning action going up the ladder. All right, how we doing? We ready to turn some lights off?
Valoris asks, what makes it where I crit almost every hit? And let me tell you, it is Exploit Weakness. It's a swashbuckler enhancement, tier 5, and it, while swashbuckling, meaning I've got the swashbuckling stance on, every time I damage an enemy but do not critically hit, I get a +1 insight bonus to my threat range until I do. So the way that works is basically every time I don't critically hit, I will eventually critically hit. So that significantly increases the number of critical hits. And then on top of that, just due to the fact I'm using a rapier and I'm a swashbuckler and I've got, say, like, improved critical and such, my crit range just naturally is 13 to 20. And that plus exploit weakness pretty much means I'm critting just about every other hit.
So, Bonnie, I love you, and you're good at things, but not doing lights, apparently.
Well, I was feeling like I was the only person doing lights.
No, I was assisting you with the lights. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Go. I'll take whichever ones you don't take care of, as long as you don't go back and forth, forth and back again.
As the lightning
All right.
shuts down, its true source of power appears.
And done.
Into the glucose. The laboratory is safe.
Right, that was fairly easy.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I already have some of this.
All right. Do you want these gloves, Waggy?
Oh,
The gloves of the Nullhide?
those are really nice, but I don't need them on Vagabond.
Okay. Yeah, they're some of the better trappy type gloves. So basically, whatever you don't need, you can start like divvying out there, Jerry.
Does
Get your
anyone not
seal
tool. Yeah.
have a right frame?
I have not collected any of the
Yeah,
pieces.
I have both a left pincer, I don't need 2 left wings, and then a right pincer. All 3 of those are up for whoever needs them.
I need a left frame, and I could use a left pincer. Or yeah, that.
Thunder.
I've just got the
Nah,
eye right
well-
now. I could surely farm more.
That's fine, I'll toss you the right pincer just because no one else wants it.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, to be fair about this swashbuckler critical thing that was brought up in chat, it is one of the reasons why the swashbuckler are so strong right now. That wide critical range, and it doesn't even have to always be on a rapier. I'm just choosing to use a rapier because I like it. There are other options as well, and that's really part of the reason this guy's, swashbucklers are so strong right now.
So, real quick before we get carried away, how quickly did you guys feel you're taking down the flesh golems? Oh, Jerry recalled. Never mind.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I did. I figured we'll just run the other one here.
That's fine. I was just going to suggest the getting of the extra chest.
Yes, I support that. I did go out, though, unfortunately.
It's all good. Does everyone know their way to ball?
Yeah, it should
I
be
do.
fine.
Okay. I never know who knows what.
We're going
Um,
to ghosts?
and for
No, we're going to
ball.
all.
And for those in the chat, like amazed by Jerry's sweet, sweet pulls, there's a secret alliance passing Jerry everything. So in the event that we do decide we want to do a litany, Jerry's got his stuff ready to go, and the rest of us can farm up at our leisure.
Ah, I see. Yeah, I do want to do litany. Absolutely on the stream. That would be fun. I like the idea that when I'm running through invisible, my creature companion's not invisible. And I like the idea that there's just this, little baby owlbear tearing across the Orchard of the Macabre and nobody really notices or cares.
What was a flesh mate? Oh, it's Jason Bonnie.
It's like a stealth owlbear.
Well, they're just like, well, we're not going to kill him. He's cute.
Of course. What kind of fiend would just kill owlbears?
Tasty, tasty baby owlbears.
Yeah, my guild's been very supportive, and now they're added to our message of the day. You killed an owlbear. So apparently they're helping with the owlbear population.
They're making sure
And
that
saving.
everyone, keep them up in high spawn rates because of the reduced population. That's how that works. I know the other day the wife and I did I forget the name of it. One of the heroic / epic evening star or Forgotten Realm quest, like at level 16 or 18 or something. So whatever those on elite, whatever those are, and we're not super familiar with those quests. And you like beat up the guy and all of his little helpers, and then like you have to arrest him, but then he's like, "But my owlbear will save me." That was a pretty interesting.
Disciples of Shar.
Yeah.
I feel like that should almost be a DV. Like, name that quest in, a sentence or less.
Oh, a game. Like somebody describes like what's going on, and then you got to figure out the quest name. We should do that. There you go. New game. You make it happen. You plan it up. We'll invite you on the cocktail hour, and we'll do a segment. Unless, and I'll try to figure it out.
You'll try to.
Or maybe it should be the other way around. Maybe I should figure out the quest because I don't actually know the names of anything. And but I can describe stuff pretty sweetly. You know, that thing at the place that time.
That thing at the place. That's probably what my descriptions would be.
For sure.
I actually won a game of charades by saying that exact line. The thing that we did at that place that one time. And on the very first guess, they guessed correctly. They're like, Frisbee? I'm like, yeah!
Oh
Nice.
my god. But I could say, don't step on the bones, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, because Les has no idea what I'm talking about. Did you guys get a chance to watch that last week? Oh, that was embarrassing.
Oh, no, I didn't. Yeah. What happened?
Well, we were going through Delira's, and I was trying to explain to Lessa how the bone stepping works, and let's just say that was not happening. There was many bones stepped upon that day.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I know what you're talking about now.
That's the wrong button.
Speaking of classic dungeons, I could drop a bit of a hint, although I have to remain cryptic on the key point, which is who. But we currently have our next Dungeon Master recording session set for tomorrow.
That's cool.
Woo!
Oh.
Which means you're going to be close to finding out.
Did you get quelled?
Yes, that's what it was. I'm like, how did I die? I don't understand.
I think it's just
I got quelled.
Subconscious desire to be naked.
Oh, that's probably it too.
No!
Yeah, I got quelled. I'm like, how come my healing didn't work?
Where's Vagabond? Did you do the other side?
I was just doing the trap box and the blade started spinning and down I went.
Oh.
I gotcha. Mandrill Sims says character transfer is going to be fixed.
Survivors
Character transfers should be working on Lamania right now. I'm not quite sure. If you run into an issue with them, well, I mean, you can't do it right now because Lamania is not open. But when Lamania is open, you should be able to use the character transfer, no problem. If you run into any issues where it doesn't immediately transfer, the first thing you should do is go into the.
The hallways here have been crushed.
Just a second here. Let me
Force
make
that
sure I say
built
this
them.
right. Just go log into that character and log back out. Close down the client, and then try logging into the character transfer with it, because it basically is going to re-queue them up in a way that is important.
Now, just for the record, because I know that no one's ever seen. Oh, Vagabond just jumped in the water. I think we did that side, bro.
I want that trap box. That's what I
He was,
want.
yeah, he
Oh.
wants revenge on the trap box.
Okay.
I want revenge on these traps, which are going to kill me.
Well, I was going to show the world what Vagabond looks like in his skivvies, because I don't think it's ever happened before.
Yeah,
It
it's a
has.
first.
No, it has.
He's like, no, I died once. All right, so this is how you do this. For those of you who don't know, and apparently Primsy, because she said she's scared. Kind of just, except I don't have a jump spell.
Yeah, but I don't jump up there well.
Yeah, it's definitely tricky. I do a lot of like tumbly type moves.
I've gotten stuck up there before, and then when I got
so
off,
little.
I jumped into a trap and killed myself.
Really? So what are you doing? You're
Yes.
just jumping up here, huh?
Yeah, you jump, you walk forward. Sometimes you have to tumble to get loose, like tumble and jump. And then you just keep going like that and up and over, and you avoid all the traps. Just give it a jump, a tumble.
Yeah, tumble's not working so hot.
Yeah, you gotta jump and like make the tumble motion through air, whatever. Bonnie's going.
It's sort of a little weird.
Yeah, I mean it's a thing. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. Bonnie, I'm just gonna
tumble to get out of
keep
this
you
little creek.
highlighted. Oh, here we go. Vagabond's here. Vagabond, can I have a jump, bro?
Sure.
All right. Either that, or maybe they shorten the roof now. I don't know. Usually I don't have too much problems with it. Today I'm not getting anywhere.
No!
That's how not to do it.
We'll just ghost through it a couple of times. We'll get there.
Yeah.
All right.
I can't jump the last one.
Yeah, I'm stuck. There's no jumping for me.
That's fine. You want to come back and I'll give you a res and you can take it on the other side of the traps?
Yeah, okay.
Bar.
The box is on the other end.
The boxes are like kind of along the way.
Way.
So if you can make it here, if you want to go, there you go, like right there are boxes.
Oh no, I just ran out of spell components for bits of bone.
That doesn't
Oh,
sound like you. Let's see.
Yeah, okay, see, someone is saying on the chat to do it on the left side, not the right side, that maybe that was our problem.
I've never done it on that side. I've always done it on this side. It doesn't mean that they're wrong, just I've never done it that way. Yeah, alright, Baggy. Come back slightly. We'll do the same thing. There you go. You can also make it through the traps if you are patient and you heal in between.
Oh, I love the sounds of victory.
All right, Bonnie, did you have the silver key?
I did that
I
one already,
did.
and I picked up the gold
Okay.
one.
Okay. Well, I know that Jerry had one because it's sitting there, but
I touched that one already.
okay.
We're being called underprepared dungeoneers.
Well, I mean, you know, it happens. All right, I'm gonna. Oh, bollocks, Jerry! So
What?
quick at jumping down the hole. I was gonna heal
Yeah.
you and then shrine. And like a master, you just like jump off the edge right as I'm ready to heal you.
Summon forth
Like you
sealed
have a magical sense to avoid the cleric at all costs.
That's true. Yeah. I could always D-door.
Oh, it's true. You have the D-door. I was thinking nobody here could D-door, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on. My whole brain is just like Swiss cheese. I died. And now I'm still recovering from the fact that I died. Oh, also I saved your dog, Bag.
Thanks.
Yay,
Yeah.
ghost!
It may or may not be alive again. I don't know. It doesn't look like it. Whoa. Not standing over there. That's for damn sure. These quails got Samus when we did this quest a couple of days ago.
I don't know that I have. Okay, good. I don't think I've got any curse spots on this guy.
It's all good.
Yeah, Almighty, I wasn't actually thinking you were insulting me. But yes, see, the reason I'm not prepared is actually because I'm a big fan of Omni's spell. And I usually just go and purchase a big stack of that stuff and call it done.
So are we gonna go together or are we gonna split up?
Let's
Whichever.
go together. Let's go together.
Go together? Okay.
Until one of us locks everyone else out of the room.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then you can play call it like a sporting event. And he's dead.
So I have an exciting opportunity to actually be a play caller for sporting events. But that would involve A, going to sporting events, and B, learning terminology. But I could potentially get paid.
The first money I ever made as a DJ was doing the pre-roll advertisements for the Minnesota Twins radio broadcast. So if you happen to be listening to Minnesota Twins radio in, let's say 1990, 91, and you heard, this Twins radio broadcast is brought to you by, insert various people here. That was me. That was my first paid radio gig.
Yeah, that's how I was first in radio too, except mostly local high school type sports. I have more producers' credits than I know what to do with for essentially like plain ads during the sporting events.
Yeah, I mean it was through a local radio station. It wasn't like the national broadcast thing, but somehow I recorded it and then it was used throughout the local broadcasts around the state.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I suppose it's all probably just one big Clear Channel thing or whatever.
Probably, yeah, Clear Channel. These guys don't seem that tough.
Now with that blade barrier.
I totally forgot I even had it. I just been playing so long without it.
Yeah, Mary says it raises a very good point. That is why her and quite a few others actually put their spell components into a hotbar, maybe on the side of their screen or whatever, so they can keep track of
Yeah,
the numbers and get them when they're running low.
I totally do that. Even then, it doesn't save me. I'm always running out of licorice root because I go through that fastest because of hastes and displacements.
Plus, it's licorice. Kind of tastes okay.
As the final inevitable
Make it in your
falls,
tea.
you are returned to Eberron.
You try so hard,
Oh, yeah,
folks.
dude. I just got a shield fragment.
There you
Oh,
go.
sweet. And the right wing thingy too. Vagabond got a right wing.
Yep.
PAX East was a lot of fun again this year. Always is. It's really nice to be at the booth and all that too. It's cool.
Did everybody had a booth this year again?
Yep, it was for Infinite Crisis. That's our game that is, most in the promotional cycle right now.
Right.
And we just announced our release date for it, so. Which is March 26th on Steam. You could find out more information about that by going to infinitecrisis.com, should that be of interest to you.
Oh yeah, I remember you put something out there that it was one of your first games on Steam. Is that right?
Well, no, because I mean, DDO and Locher are both there too.
Right.
But this one is being launched specifically there.
Yeah, there we go. Something. It was the first something special about Steam. I just read this. I just skim the highlines like every other bad American. All right.
And as we said on the live stream today too, we are getting ready to put the Temple of Elemental Evil on Lamania. Could be as soon as, say, latter half of next week. So I've been writing release notes and getting all that ready too. We will have, typical live stream coverage for this kind of thing. The only thing I'm really thinking about changing is, in the past couple of cycles we've done sort of separate 4 o'clock in the afternoon previews of this stuff on the same day that we do a noontime stream. And I don't really understand why we don't just combine that into one. So I think this year we might, or this time around, we might just sort of take care of both the Wednesday stream and our Temple of Elemental Evil preview and just sort of do it at the same time there. And so that'll be a Wednesday, sometime within the next, 3 weeks here.
Begin to slip the last
You guys see all the healing I did? Wow, I'm the greatest.
Nice. I see lots of fire.
Kill it with fire.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
Vagabond is using the long sword. Or the great sword, I mean. Intercession. I was trying to figure out why he was throwing around a big thing, but now it makes sense. I get there. I'm slow, but I'll get there. I don't know, the time change is continuing to kick my butt.
Oh yeah, me too. Especially during
This is
PAX. It was a
this is
terrible
the
time for that.
worst.
Yeah. Knowing that, oh wait a second, I have 1 hour less before I have to be back at the exhibit hall.
I
Oh,
mean, I
yeah.
love the sun setting later in the day. That's great, but the whole hour forward just really ruins my game.
Doesn't matter if it's forward or backwards or whatever. It, I can't do it.
I agree. I am a personal believer, and we should just get rid of daylight saving time.
Well, I don't know. It makes sense to have it for a lot of reasons, but at the same time, it's just it wrecks me for about a week. Like I've been staying up until like 2 or 3 now, and today I slept until 11. I'm just like, oh, it's entirely too late.
Yeah,
I
that's
cannot function.
a nice long rest.
Well, I mean, like I said, but I think I got to sleep around. I got to go to bed around 3, and then I had to get up and water one of the
Oh,
dogs.
I need topping off of Death Ward.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be happy to go around and do that for the people. Hey, do you want to go use that shrine?
No need.
Oh, okay.
No, alacrity. Alacrity.
Let's see, where is the... Here it is. Alright, we ready to do it?
Yep, let's go.
I'll give you guys the aids. Alright.
The high priest sneezes, orders his
Hey, you guys, we're back.
I do like their screams. It's a pretty good sound effect. Woot woot,
Once
and I
again,
am level 17.
He will speak
excellent.
Amazing.
Ooh, I got a Locus of Law. That's a good one.
Got another couple of right wings. I think everyone should have one at this point.
Probably.
I don't. So I'll take the one I've got.
I can pass my right wing to somebody because I have one.
I just got one. I'm all set.
Who does not have one?
Pretty sure we all have those now.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so yeah, I'm just down 3, and we'll probably do that next week here, although we have time to kill a little something. Oh, we got 15 minutes. How
You said you
quickly?
need 3.
Yeah, I'm missing the 3 of
3
them.
is Inferno, I believe. Oh, 3 of
Yeah.
them,
Yeah.
not phase 3.
Yeah, let me actually open it up and see which ones I'm missing.
Yeah, I just
Yeah, I'm doing
I
3,
need the
4,
ghost piece.
and 7. Yep, 3, 4, and
So
7.
that's Inferno, Ghosts, and with
A
the
random.
eyeball.
Yeah, just a random. Let's just hit. Is I mean, 15 minutes. We probably can't get through any of those. Let's just go ahead and hit a couple of these explorers that are rares that are real close, and see if we can get their chest to pop, maybe.
Yeah. Almighty Link asks what server we're doing this on. This is on Arganescent. It's a static group that we started last summer, actually, and have just kind of kept going with.
Which I was gonna try to save this for off stream, but I think I'll just go ahead and bring it up now. I think we're gonna have to find a conclusion to to the spring fling, and I have a feeling, and I kind of talked to a couple of people about it, mostly Lessa and Vagabond here, and I think what we'll probably have to do is try to wrap up with a shroud run or
Ah,
two.
nice.
Yeah, wrap up in the spring
Yeah,
Yeah,
try to
that
wrap
would make
up.
sense. We could
with
do
a
a full,
shroud.
a full seasonal cycle here, right? Yeah.
Right, that's kind of the thinking. Um, just try to get through where a lot of people. Ooh, there we go. That's a good one. Can see a little bit of everything, and we'll have a good history of stuff. And everyone basically loves the shroud, right? So,
Yes.
And reasoning for you is just busyness, work, that kind of thing.
um, I'm not one of the ones that really are ready to let it go. I'm kind of like my biggest problem is I personally am burning a lot of time. Basically, I don't work at all on the Wednesdays that we play, and I probably should be.
Sure, sure. Understood.
Um, oh, I got all these scrolls and things and loot in the chest. No
Yeah, I
one
mean,
else is around.
it's perfectly fine. No one ever, I don't think any of us expected this to be like a permanent thing, so.
Well, that was just it, right? Like we'll go through the
Yeah.
summer, and then it's like, well, we all have time. Let's just keep going. And now it's kind of like, oh my gosh, it's almost been a year. So I figure, we got some people who need to do some other things. I know Bonnie's going to get real busy soon, here at the end of the year, I think, or whatever it was.
By the time summer rolls around,
Yeah, summer. Something was going
it's
on
gonna
in
be
the
hard to
summer.
make during the day on Wednesdays.
Cool.
And then I know like Lessa's got some crap going on. So plus apparently she's sick every week.
The carnival gig paid off then, huh, Bonnie?
Pardon?
The carnival gig, it paid off. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Oh,
Yeah.
It is a challenge to understand when Jerry's making a joke, I know.
That's how funny it was.
I'm easily
So-
confused.
Sometimes you gotta take a road map and be like, oh, yep, this is one of those. I did that to Debrell the other day. He was trying to make a joke and nobody laughed. And I'm like, yep, that was an attempt at a joke, folks. And that killed. It was great. But we do, hopefully we'll continue to be able to make the Fridays work still,
Yep.
on the other thing. And maybe we can expand that. I don't know yet. We'll have to see what's going on.
Yeah, for sure. There's always room for more shows and different kinds of things too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I heard you talking earlier in the stream, the lunch hour, about there were going to be some new streamers coming to the
Yeah.
DDO stream. That's exciting.
Yeah, I know I've got at least one that's going to be starting, I think, a week from tomorrow. And I have one more person who is in the process of starting up. I don't think we have a time for them yet. And then I've got at least two more that have said they wanted to do it. We'll just kind of have to see what happens there. But and then I myself have been wanting to kind of do like a crafting show or maybe a character building show, something like that. So that's always been kind of on my plate too.
What would that be like?
The character.
Crafting show.
Well, the crafting show would probably be crafting with Courtney.
Right. So you're just gonna make items all day?
Well,
all
it
stream?
would be it would be a shorter show, right? The goal would be maybe like a half hour or something like that, and it would be not just Caneth crafting, but crafting in general, throughout the game. So everything from green steel to, everything.
And on what magical server do you believe the name Courtney is gonna be free?
The one where I can make a plus Courtney as an admin.
Oh, cheats. Mad cheats, he says.
Using the power of Porthos. guess that's not the power of Korthos.
The power of Korthos compels you.
That's more like
Yeah.
the power that gets me to TR all the time.
But yeah, that's what I was thinking. The other option, because I have been hearing from some folks who, particularly if we do, have time to focus on Kenneth crafting this year, that's something people would like to see make a return. It actually did get quite a few hits. I used to get thousands of people who would read it every week, so that was
Yeah,
pretty cool.
I always liked it. Um,
Oops.
the crafting with Courtney, personally. Often I'd be like, "No, Jerry, silly, that's not how that works."
That's true. See, that's the problem with something like that. There's a lot of getchas, a lot of, that you can find yourself in if you're not careful. But
Exactly. But no, that would be a good one. Like, I was just confused. I'm like, how is it going to possibly? But yeah, it makes sense if you'd be an admin. You could flag
yeah,
yourself for certain things.
yeah, I can just sort of equip all, create all the ingredients I need and all that sort of thing. Oh, then the other option would be, and this would probably use an admin character too, but it would be to have a character building show. So ideally, I was thinking it would be something along the lines of people who have made really cool builds in DDO might want to join me, and then they could kind of show them off. We'll actually build the character live. I can use an admin to give us instantly enough XP to hit 20 or whatever, and then level up doing that. And then we could actually take that character out on a quest or two just to kind of show people how it works and how it's different from other builds.
That could be cool and informative because people could talk about why they made the choices that they made and what was the kind of mindset and reasoning behind it.
Yep.
Because sometimes people have the different theories of what's important to them when they build their characters.
Yeah, yeah. But, like I say, we'll kind of have to see. The only trick to that one is I would have to make the character on... See, like, you couldn't play the character, right? So we'd have to delete it afterwards, because I can't auto-level someone to 20 on the live servers.
Right.
But that might be fun, too. Perhaps I could explode them or something at the end of the end of the show every week.
Explode them!
Check it
Oh,
now.
that would
If
be
you...
awesome.
Thanks for being on the show. For your prize, please step into this booth. Never mind the blood. Alright, I think I'm going to recall out and pick up some rewards and call it a show.
Yep, sounds good. Yeah, we got a lot of people saying they like the character build idea. That's one of the challenges, I guess, with like the way you picture things, right? Because like, I know when I picture things, I did as a show. I don't have that luxury of imagining things through the perspective of an admin. So
Yeah, for sure. It totally makes it easier in some ways to do this stuff.
right. Oh, it's cool. I'd watch that show too, I think.
The trick to that show, the trick to its success would be, I don't claim to be an uber builder. I'm just not. I mean, most of my success is achieved by coming up with ideas and then having others kind of help me polish them up. I admit, I'm just not an uber builder, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But I would need to have people who did want to join me on the show, frankly, because if it was just me trying to do it all, I don't think it would be as
I
good,
don't know, like,
you know?
you go in, you pick a build off of the forums, you build it, you try it for like a week, or like 4 weeks or something. Kind of stepping through, like, all right, well, this week I'm going to jump to level 10, and this week I'm going to jump to level 20, and this week I'll jump to level 25, and then I'll jump to level 28. We'll kind of get all the gear that they let out at the different high points, and just try it and see how any novice can make it work.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The thing is also, too, is it would be nice to have, say, the person who really has ownership of the build be able to sit there to answer questions from the chat room and really kind of get into the details about what makes this one particular, So it would be from the
Right.
perspective of the builder, him or herself.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it both ways, but I definitely see a way that you could do it alone. But no, I like the idea actually.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd like to see, I don't know, a couple of things, but
Yeah.
um,
Well, if you've got some ideas, tell them on or off the air to me. I'd be happy to hear it. So.
yeah, my biggest problem is finding time to do things.
Oh yeah, it's much easier to come up with ideas than it is to actually do them.
Yeah, exactly. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. I'll see if I can come up with something. Maybe put it down in words and send it to you or something.
Sure, sure. All right, so that's going to do it for at least my section of the Winter Fling here. You can find us every Wednesday for at least a little while longer here on twitch.tv/DDOstream. Don't forget to give us a follow if you would like to be notified for whenever we are going live with shows just like this one. And you can check out our full calendar of events on the live stream channel on twitch.tv/DDOstream. Any final plugs or things you want to mention here, Samus or Bonnie or Vagabond?
Well, I guess I'll go first since you said my name first. We should have a new show of the Cocktail Hour out sometime this week for St. Patty's Day. We recorded it last week live, so those of you who got to check it out live, you already got it, and then everyone else can check it out on ddococktailour.com probably in the next couple of days or so. Of course, on Friday, assuming that Lessa is well at the same noon 30 Central Standard Time, we will hopefully have Cocktail Hour live. That should be a longer stream because of the whole not having to record the show after. And then if you're into pen and paper Dungeons and Dragons, Dungeons and A-Holes has actually been growing pretty crazily. I'm actually really shocked with the number of people we have that come and sit on the stream and then watch and comment throughout the stream. So those are on Sundays at starting at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time, and of
Yeah.
course those are I'm actually porting to my YouTube channel. So
Yeah, I actually caught your episode last Sunday. I had a few minutes while I was killing time before it was a DDO cast on after PAX, so I was fired it up. It was really nice.
yeah, it's definitely like a bunch of kittens in a blanket wrestling uh, with like a dead rat. I mean, it's like cute in that
So my
disturbing
house,
kind of way.
basically.
Yeah, it's like, oh, look how adorable that is. Oh, that is nasty. That is just nasty.
Nice. Anything else, Bonnie? You can be found on
No,
Twitter.
I stream randomly on my channel at Bonnie View on Twitch. I will be streaming later today. I'm going to be focusing on heroic stuff because of the epic bonus XP weekend. So, if you want to watch me, follow me on Twitch.
Almighty, real quick, I'll answer this question. Almighty Link 86 asks, quick question before you guys log out. What program are you using to stream the quality you're getting? I personally use XSplit, a paid program. Open Broadcaster will get you the same decent quality. Quality really has a lot to do with your bandwidth ability and the quality of your computer. You need a nice beefy computer to both, say, play a game and live stream and use all that bandwidth up at once. But if you've got it, you can do it pretty easy. DDO is actually fairly good for that. So, all right. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us, and we will see you again next week. Bye bye.
Bye.
Toodles.